Welcome back to Adventures with Rosie.
Now today we've got a little DIY project. We're going to transform this wall into this. Alright, so Chelsea and I are having a little go today at Espalier, which is French for growing stuff up the wall of your garage. Now Espalier looks awesome and you often see it done with fruit trees, eh?
Yeah, it's really neat.
And so some people just have horizontal wires, almost like a fence, and they grow their fruit trees up, train them across, and they look very aesthetically pleasing. Yes. Some people also do diamonds, which is what we're going to tackle today, and we've got some plants.
Yeah, we've got some star jasmine. We're going to try and train them up the wires and make this wall a bit more interesting.
Yeah, it does look, we're not super sold on how it looks, eh?
It's fine. It's better than what it would have been if it was just different bricks.
Yeah. We just thought it'd be kind of a cool spot, something more interesting we can do. We've got some awesome pots which we'll show you soon. And so essentially what we're going to do is map out a diamond grid on that wall. We screw a whole lot of anchors into that wall, and then we try and get the diamonds symmetrical. And then we train the plants up and I guess prune them and trim them to follow up the diamonds, eh?
Yeah.
Okay, so Chelsea bought a kit, a D.I.Y Espalier kit from a company here in New Zealand called Espalier, and they sell these D.I.Y Espalier systems. Basically this is good for a wall that is 4 meters wide by 2 meters high, and can either be the diamonds, which we're going to do, where you make the wire diamonds, or 4 horizontal strands if you're going to do like fruit trees or something like that. But it's a pretty cool kit. It comes with a roll of wire, the right amount of wire you need. It comes with these neat corner anchor systems, so these screw onto your wall. The end of the wire goes in this corner, and you actually use a rivet gun, which comes in the kit, to tighten that wire. So you're not, you don't have a turnbuckle or anything like that. You are hooking that up, giving that a few pumps, and that's putting the tension on it. You then have clips that go all in between, the top and the bottom. So this is where the top of the diamond will come up, over the clip and back down, and all your mounting hardware, which are basically just hex roofing screws. This kit also came with a bit for your driver, magnetized bit for your drill, which is pretty cool, and some wire snippers. So I think this was the deluxe kit. They do a slightly more basic one if you've already got a good pair of wire cutters and a rivet tool. There is a cheaper kit, but yeah, everything, all the hardware you need, and it's all properly spaced. So if you imagine that's the wall, your wire is spaced out from the wall. You could definitely do this yourself with, I guess, eyelets and like a turnbuckle or hooks or something. But yeah, this just seemed like a really sort of easy way for us to get into it. So Chelsea's busy sitting down working out the maths, because that is the hard part, working out the spacing. The spacing across the bottom doesn't need to be the same as the spacing up the sides. You can have bigger gaps up the sides, you will just end up with elongated diamonds. So we're just trying to work out how it fits on our wall. I think it's the sort of thing that if you get it wrong and you don't spend time on this step, you will forever see that diamond that's slightly too compact or different size to the others. It'd probably just bother you, right? So I'll leave all that in Chelsea's capable hands. I am just going to drill holes and screw these on where she tells me to screw them on. So the thing we have to try and figure out is how we make it fit for our wall, because the kit we bought is designed for a 2 by 4 meter wall, and this is 2 by 2.6, so it's a little bit more square. So if we bring those diamonds in, we're going to end up with either elongated diamonds, you know, like that, or wider diamonds like that. So we've just made some cardboard templates, and we're just trying to figure out what's going to look the most pleasing. We do need an even number of anchor points across the top and an odd number down the side in order for the cable runs to work out. There's actually 2 cable runs in the whole thing that make that grid. So Chelsea's she's got the calculator out, she's got the tape measure out, and we're just trying to figure that out. What we might do is actually bring it in slightly, because otherwise our diamonds get too wide and they look a bit funny. So yeah, we'll bring the anchor points in, we'll measure everything out, we'll check everything twice, and then get to pre-drilling some of the holes. We're going to pre-drill them just so we don't mess up this beautiful new timber. I've also got slightly shorter screws we're going to use than the ones they provided, because I don't want to drill through those weather boards into the waterproof membrane that's behind them. I don't want to compromise that membrane. So I bought same size hex heads, but just slightly shorter screws. So yeah. Always fun drilling into brand new things, isn't it? So while Chelsea's busy working out all the maths and stuff I want to stay out of, I'll show you the pots we bought. So we searched kind of high and wide, is that the expression? We searched for ages to find high and low to find good pots. A lot of pots were sort of a similar either concrete colour or brick colour. So there were a lot of pots we liked the look of that we couldn't go for because it's just too similar. But we found these really neat rusted metal pots. Not too wide. But yeah, we got 3 of these and they're going to sit along the bottom quite close together, maybe with a small gap, and I think they'll look quite cool against the blue wall. Now I know what you're going to tell me. When it rains they are going to leave rust marks on my driveway. You might be right. If that happens in a future video, I'll put a picture of it and you can say I told you so in the comments. But we really like the look of them and I think they look quite neat against the blue. We might put little feet under them just to level them out because our driveway slopes away from the house. So Chelsea's made some little wooden feet we'll just put under them. And maybe that'll stop the moisture being soaked up into the bottom, but I don't know, we'll see how we go. You don't get orange hands when you pick them up, but they did have a little bit of rusty water in the bottom than when we bought them, so we'll just see how they go. I think even if we do have to water blast the driveway once every 6 months, they'll look pretty cool. Now you do have a few options in terms of plants. Chelsea and I really like star jasmine, we like the white flower, and it's probably hardy enough for our weather here in Taupo. Now what we really would like to do somewhere is some bougainvillea. We absolutely love bougainvillea, but
we'd need to move.
We would need to move. Chelsea's 100% right. That's the sort of thing you see growing here in New Zealand, maybe in Auckland or Nelson, warm sunny places. You can get away with growing bougainvillea under a big eave, but it's not very frost hardy, and we do get big frosts here in Taupo. So we've gone with the star jasmine. These were $12 a pop from the local hardware store, Mitre 10, and they've got kind of 2 or 3 runners on them each, so we should be able to sort of start to get it going straight away. Alright, let the fun times begin. Well, I think that turned out pretty good. Those diamonds look pretty decent. That tensioning system's really easy, and it's kind of designed in a way that you leave the sort of tails on and you can come back and tension it in the future if you need to, so pretty cool. So we're going to plant, get the plants growing, and then pretty much done. Alright, well that took us a little bit longer than we thought.
As it seems to go with everything to do with our property at the moment.
Yeah, we thought we'll do a couple hours and
yeah.
It's now 5:30 and dinner time, but
yes.
We're pretty happy with the result, eh?
Yeah, it's going to look really neat once the plants have grown a lot bigger and we start training them up.
I guess we'll just have to come out here each week or 2 weeks and sort of train them and prune them, and the diamonds ended up a good shape. We're pretty happy with those.
Yeah.
I think how they turned out by bringing the sides in, we stopped them being so sort of flat and wide, so pretty happy, eh?
Yeah, I think it looks good. The kit was pretty easy to use. I liked it.
Yeah. I think it'd be really cool to try it with some citrus someday, somewhere on the property. You can make quite cool sort of screening walls out of citrus trees. They take a long time to grow though. And citrus here in Taupo takes even longer to grow, so we'll stick with this for now. Make sure to subscribe because we'll show you, in 5, 6, 7 videos time or something, how that looks in another video. So yeah, plenty of projects coming up.
Oh yes. As always.
Yeah, got lots on the go, but some fun stuff as well. So stay tuned. See you in the next video.
See ya.